right. Is it Friday yet? Looks like traffic up ahead. Is there a game tonight? I don't know. So, yesterday was my first day of uploading. Oh, I see cops. And not really sure what's going on there. Maybe it's not cops. No, it's cops. All right, it's turning green. In the wrong gear. Looks like they're moving. All right. But anyway, yes, I was successful. I uploaded my first video. I got everything blocked off. Let's see if I get in trouble here. Yeah, game night. We got like one like every night. Somebody's getting a ticket. Unfortunately, those guys over there in the bike lane are not getting tickets. I guess it's okay to park in the bike lane on game night. I think bike lanes are a joke anyway. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad they're there. But, come on, dude. All right. They're just, I don't know. What's going on here? So what's the right answer? Do I proceed with caution? Is this 2 lanes? Drive out tags. Come on. There's a culprit. Broke down vehicle. Red light. Leaving work and about right here are like the worst, especially on game night. There's just so much traffic. I'm sure it's mild to what other people have, but it's just annoying. But then again, I'm probably just pretentious. All right, so up the hill we go. So let's talk about, let's see, hell, let's talk about my commuting history, how long I've been doing this. I think, if I remember right, I just celebrated my 15th anniversary. So 15 years of commuting by bike. Now, I will admit, the first half of that was probably like half commutes. So for the first 7 years of commuting by bike, I had my car. Really enjoyed it. It was a 2001 Nissan Pathfinder, 5-speed. It was only 2-wheel drive, but I went off-roading anyway. I did put some big tires on it though. Some rock crawlers, black. I thought it looked cool. Now I look back and I'm like, can't believe I wasted all that money on that car. But I did have it for a very, very long time. I think I had it for 17 years. Is that right? Yeah, about 17 years. Hold on a second, got a lot of traffic coming up here. Is it gonna let me go? Is it gonna go? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, all right. It's like you tell them to go and they don't go, you tell them not to go and then they go. So anyway, yeah, for about the first 7 years of commuting, I had a car. So it was more like I commute a couple of days, drive my car, commute a couple of days, drive my car. Ooh, I don't know what that guy's doing. He's just doing his own thing. So anyway, so it all started when I got a buddy, and at the time, he was working downtown, and he would commute back and forth with my bike. And we hadn't talked in a while, and then we started talking. And he was telling me about this. Now he's like, oh yeah, I did it every day. Or I do it every day. I say did, because things have changed for him, but he said I do it every day. I was like, that's awesome. Go left, right. It's okay. It'll be okay. It's okay if I jump the red light. Just keep that in mind. So anyway, I said, that's pretty cool. I said, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to be able to commute by bike to commute to work or just heck anywhere, right? But there's that hurdle, that Herbie, that fear of the unknown, which plagues us all, right? I was like, I really want to do it, but I'm really kind of nervous and scared. You know, is it dangerous? You know, what's going to happen, right? So he's like, I'll tell you what, let's plan your route, and then one Saturday morning we'll get up and we'll ride your route and see how you feel about it. And I was like, that's a really good idea. I was like, okay. So, to give you a little context, my current commute to work is about 5 miles, sorry, working in the dark. About 5 miles to and 5 miles from. Hold on a sec, let me wait for this light to change. Oh, see that guy? Just past that guy on the right, just to get in front of him. Idiots out here. Anyway, so I was like, hey. He's like, hey, let's, not me. Oh gosh, I'll lose my train of thought here, man. All right. So he was like, hey, let's try it. We all right, so we got up. Oh yeah, sorry. Lost my train of thought again. Add some context. So my current job, like I was saying, 5 miles away. Whoa. My other job was 17, I think it was 17 and a half miles. Yeah, I think that's, is that right? Let's see. Yeah, 17 miles. So, because it's 34 miles round trip. So, about 3 times what I'm doing now. That's all right, 5, 10, 15, yeah. Anyway, this is that hill we had to climb up yesterday. It's not very steep. It's just continuous. And I'm trying to talk, so there's that. So yeah. So anyway, got up, rode to my work, rode back, and that was kind of the start of things. Now my route was pretty dynamic, a lot more dynamic than it is now. Green light. Oh, nope, they got an arrow behind me, make sure it's gonna hit me. Anyway, so I'd go through, my part of town. It's called Midtown. Then I would go through a little bit of east of town. And then I started getting to like more of the industrial side of town. And before I knew it, I was like in a not so good part of town. And then eventually I got to work, which is right at the border of another state. So it wasn't, first half was great, second half not so great. And on the way back, first half not so great, second half great. It was whatever, good. So anyway, so it started out commuting once a week, then twice a week, and eventually I was up to 4 times a week. And my schedule at the time was 4 on, 4 off, so 12-hour shifts. So the turnaround was rough. Like, I was, of course, 15 years younger than I am now, right? So turnaround was rough. Had a wife. She wasn't really happy with that. So eventually I had to back it down and kind of settled on biking 2 days, driving 2 days. So, and I did that for a long time. So when I biked to work, I had to get up like the butt crack, like it was like 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to get up to be at work by 6. And that's so I could take a shower and change and just get ready. And then coming back, of course, left at 6, didn't get home till about like 7:30. Turn around, get up next morning and do that again. I don't know if I can do that now. But I did that for a good 7 years. And I always said, if anything ever changed in my job, or I had to leave or find another job, or whatever, that nice neon. I'm just kidding. Hold on a sec. Get this light. Green light. Clear. Oh. Yeah, so basically I said if I ever had to find another job, I was definitely going to find one closer. And the time did come. Did something. gin and juice. Time did come. Had to look for a new job on my own accord, of course. And got really, really lucky. At my current place of employment, dropped my commute down from 17 miles one way to 5 miles one way. And been doing it ever since. Every day, no matter what. Clear left, clear right, green light. Oh, that's a good song, Lucero. But anyway, been doing it every day since rain, snow, cold, hot. Ends up all being the same after a while. I do have a couple other bikes, so depending on the weather. Obviously, if it snows or there's ice, I get my mountain bike and ride it to work. I tried to take my commuter one time, fell 3 times, so I'm not doing that again. But anyway, so 7 years into commuting, I changed jobs. It's always my favorite. Just passing everybody. Clear left, clear right. Watch that guy. Anyway, 7 years into my job, in my commuting, I switched jobs. And started working much closer. My beloved Pathfinder, which I think I had almost 200,000 miles on it, has a few issues. So I never really drove it, it just sat there. Sat in the driveway for about a good 2 years. I think I didn't touch it for about 2 years. And eventually my wife's car started conking out. And I said, hey, I never drive mine. Do you want to drive it? And we just get rid of your car. And she's like, no. I was like, why not? She said, it's a 5-speed. I was like, I can teach you how to drive it. She's like, no, I'm not driving a 5-speed. It's like, oh, come on, it's so much fun. It's the only way to drive, you're going to drive. And eventually she persuaded me to get rid of the beloved Pathfinder. And we also got rid of her junked out CRV. It also had about 200,000 miles on it, and I think it was also about 16 or 17 years old. And we traded it in for one car. Hold on. Make sure it's clear. Got to watch it here. So we traded it for one car and have been pretty much a one-car family ever since. And I think I've driven to work 2, maybe 3 times in the 7 years I've been there. And it's usually because due to circumstances. That's some kind of event. First thing we got to be at, and I got to get home quick, so, but very, very rare. And for us, it's worked out great. And one of the unforeseen circumstances is that after being out of the car so long, well, I shouldn't say, it could be not true for everybody, but for me it was. It's like I've been out of it so long that when I do have to drive, it's like a gut-wrenching, miserable experience. Especially after COVID. I think we all lost some brain cells after that. That's all right. Green light. So, that's pretty much my story. So I ride every day. Been through a few bikes. Currently have a Surly Bridge Club. Look at that guy. No lights. Anyway, adjusting to it. It's a custom build, I guess you could say. Actually, it's just a bunch of old parts off my other bike. I threw it on this frame, and not everything fits. So I had to buy some new parts. And here it is. So if anybody's been thinking about commuting by bike, give it a try. Plan your route. Maybe find a friend. And eventually, if you enjoy it, you'll build a habit. And you'll probably do it every day. Now, I will say distance plays a lot into that. I think that's a blind just playing around. Yeah, distance plays a lot into it. I think 5 miles is real easy, a little bit too easy. When it gets lighter, on the way home, I'll take longer routes home just to get some more miles, 8, maybe 10 on the way home instead of 5. Once you get up into just speaking from a personal experience, once you get to 17, like I originally was doing, then it gets a little too much. Just to try and turn it around every day. Doable, but requires a lot more energy. Probably a lot more sustainable as a youth than as an old guy. I think comfortable, 10 and under. 10 is, doable every day. So, anyways, y'all have a good night.